get started. So let's start with just a little warm up. Just a little light twisting to start. Just heard my ankle crack a little bit. Waking up. Well, I'm not waking up, but waking up my ankles apparently. Let the heels come off the ground. Press the toes into the ground at the end range. Wake the feet up. Start by just moving the spine in all the different directions to wake it up. Okay, so we got a little twisting motion in. Now let's do a lateral motion with the spine. So even weight in the feet, weight in the heels. Don't go all the way as far as you think you can possibly go the first few repetitions. Just nice and gentle. As you sort of feel that lateral bend waking up. Maybe try to go just a smidge further, but always staying within a pain-free range of motion. Okay, let's switch it up just a little bit. As the left hand goes down, the right hand just goes straight up. Not over yet, but straight up. I definitely feel a little more pull when I do that. That's where my body tends to get tight, is on the sides, right above the hips. Okay, now let's reach over as long as it's a pain-free range. All right, let's go back to a little twist. Now that we've opened this up, we might get a little bit deeper into our twist. So rotate the hips, keep the feet into the ground, then the shoulders. And then the other way, hips, shoulders. Adding the neck if feels good. Just finding that end range. Always thinking about doing it in the tallest posture you can. Okay, now let's go to our roll downs. So we'll put the hands on the thighs and slowly roll the vertebrae forward and letting the hips come toward the end and not going to your deepest possible range at first, sliding back up, very controlled, very mindful. Hands come behind the hips and then into spinal extension. And roll it forward. Weight in the heels. Maybe you'll find you can go a little farther each time. We'll do this maybe 3 or 4 times. And let's go one more. And definitely go a little farther each time. And let's go back to our twists. So hips rotate right, then shoulders, left, right, left. One more time in each direction. All right, let's go ahead and get started with our shoulder joints. So a nice wide grip on your band, no tension, just some rotation. Going as far as you can comfortably go, no clicks or clacks or pain in the shoulders. That would include the collarbone, the shoulder blade, and the upper arm bone, where all of them attach in the shoulder. It's kind of what we're feeling for. Right, then let's take our hands a little bit closer together, and we'll put the left hand up high, and we'll let the right arm just pull down. And you can create as much tension on your band as you want to. So left arm is reaching tall. Right arm is just going to pull. Control the motion down, control the motion up. Going for about 10 on each side. That just wholly depends if I can count. It's 10-ish, other side. Why I'm so bad at counting, I do not know. I think my brain just gets distracted so easily. So going behind the head this time. We'll go in front of the head. Okay, now we'll keep the arms out forward and open up, pulling strap to the chest. Much slack on the band as feels good for you. Okay, let's do some shoulder rolls. We're going to change our shoulder rolls into shoulder squares. So think about shoulders up first, and then forward, and then down, and then back as far as you can pull them up, then up again, forward, down, back, up. Okay, now we're going to go the opposite direction. So back as far as you can in that up, and then down, forward, up, back, down. Okay, and then back to the circle. Forward circles. Right, then we'll stand on the band. We'll reach down and then pull up as far as we can with a nice straight arm, and then shoulder shrugs. Let the shoulders come all the way down, and then slowly all the way up, really controlling the motion. That nice slow motion lets us really feel what's going on. And it's a safer motion. And more research coming out that slower motion actually builds more muscle. Okay, now let's let the shoulders be in that fully downward motion. And then we're just gonna pull up on the band in each direction. Just rock back and forth in that lateral flexion. And I'm going to sneeze. I'm sorry. Oh, spring. Okay, and let's continue to hold the bands for some squat motions. Slow as you feel comfortable going. Your first couple reps doesn't have to be super low. Just have to have good form. So weight in the heels. Tailbone goes way out behind you. Try to stay looking forward. Let's stay standing on the bands. We'll take the bands up to chest height this time, and then squats. Maybe a slightly wider legs. Same principles, weight in the heels, tailbone goes way out behind you. Okay, let's stay holding onto our band. We'll stay standing on it for some bicep curls. So just straight up and down. Thumbs should be up on the top of the hand. Pinkies toward the floor, thumbs toward the ceiling. Okay, and let's bring the hands a little closer into each other. Okay, and then we'll go out to like 45-ish degrees. And out to the sides. Whoops, let's stay standing on the band. We'll let the arms relax for a second into our side steps. Let's park it somewhere. We'll keep the left foot on the ground. We're going to push from the hip down into the ground, so much so that the right foot comes off the ground. And if you need to hold on to something, you can put the band in one hand and hold on to the wall or a pole. We're just going to reach out, toe touch. Okay. All right, now let's park the right foot down, press down through the hip all the way down. So you're really feeling the glutes and everything around that joint turning on. This is harder than it was. Okay. Whew. Okay, well, let's do some extension with the arms. So we'll hold on to the ends of the band, stand up nice and tall, and just reach back. Both arms, shoulders are down away from the ears. Really using the triceps, the posterior deltoid muscles. Should feel your core turning on a little bit too as you really reach back. All right. Okay, we're gonna try something. We're gonna put the under the right foot. And we'll hold both ends of the band in both hands. So I've kind of got a good grip on them. You have to play with the band of where it feels best for you. Then we're going to toe touch back and push back. I'm going to just touch the wall over here. So it's kind of like a standing donkey kick, which is often done on hands and knees, but we're just doing a quick 30-minute class. I like to do a lot in standing. It's just, I think, easier for everybody. So we're kicking back, and what I want you to try to feel, and if you need to like poke a finger into your glute to make sure it's turning on every time you push back, that's really what we're looking for. All right, I think we got about 20-ish there. All right, then we'll hold, get the band around the left foot and push back. Right. Ooh, good. Let's go around the back with the band. Hold it in our hands, thumbs up. And we'll just, well, let's just punch both arms out at the same time. Start with straight forward. Nice grounded feet. Weight in the heels, soft toes. Punching out to about 45 degrees. Out to the sides. Okay, 45 degrees. My arm's getting tired. Okay, straight forward. Shoulders down away from the ears. All right. Oh. Okay. Let's stand on the band with the right foot. Okay, we'll do triceps. So we'll hold on to the end of the band, stick the elbow up in the air. You can either leave both feet on the ground. If you're going to pick the left one up at all or toe touch, really push down with your right hip. Okay, let's give it a little rest, and then we'll just go with a press up. So the elbow comes down beside the body. And then we press all the way up. Elbow comes back down, controlled motion up and down. Continue pressing in with the right hip down to the ground. So you're creating a really solid structure from your heel up to your shoulder. Okay, that's enough. The left side. Okay, we'll start with the tricep. Solid structure on the left side from the rib cage down to the heel, and press up. About 15 of these. Okay, and then we'll press up, elbow by the rib cage, and then press all the way up, about 10 of these. Oh, okay. All right, we'll do the shoulder rotations again. You can add a little bit of tension this time if you choose. Tension really opens the chest when you come behind. That's where we're usually lacking some of our motion, and that using that tension to pull the shoulder blades together back here is a really great compressive stretch that we don't think about. I'm going to go even a little more tension on mine, see what happens here. More tension, the more slower and careful, especially on the way back. All right, let's get a little stretching in before we wrap up. So I'm going to start with a hip flexor stretch. Use a strap if you need to grab your foot nice and tall. Really engage the right hip as you're balancing on it, because this is a strengthening exercise for it. Okay, let's do the other side. Hang on to a wall or pole if you need to. Feeling pretty sturdy today, so I'm going to hold on with both arms to get a little chest stretch at the same time. Okay, let's take a wide stance. Get into the inner thigh. Using blocks or a stool or the ground to help you. Other side. Okay, let's go back to the other side. Just try to hang out at that end range, finding those little tight spots. It's okay to move around a little bit to find them. Okay, back to the other side. All right. Hamstrings. So we'll just hinge and let the hands come down. Trick is here, keep the back flat. The hips go way up behind you. Okay, open the knees to come up. Let's bring the arms behind to open the chest, and lifting the hands can really change that stretch in the chest. Okay, and then we'll bring the hands, interlace them in the front, press the palms away, really relax the shoulders, and just see how you can bring the arms slowly up, really relaxing the shoulders as you do it to find that range of motion. You don't want to pinch the head of the bicep in there when you're doing this. And let that relax. A little side to side. Okay, and then let's wrap up with a little rotations where we started. I'm laughing because now my other ankle just went, okay, pop. Took a while to catch up. Let the heel come up and press the toes in. The blood flowing. Let's do a little up and down bounce. Forgot to weave that in. I think that's important. And my little alarm is just about to go off. So I think we'll wrap up here.